Hi, welcome to part 2 of the Alexa skill builder. We are going to get going as soon as we log into our AWS or Amazon developer account. So you might want to do that now, and when we get that set up, we'll be right back with you. Hi, welcome to another episode of the Mighty Code Coder. I'm Rob Fitzgerald. I'm here to make you great, help you innovate. All right, so what we're going to do is I'm going to walk you through the exact path you should take in order to start taking on this Alexa skill. This is part 2, so we'll be working in the developer.amazon.com site. Okay, all right, so at the beginning of it, I'll just show you how I start all projects, and you might want to take the same routes. Since this is an AWS Educate class, you probably want to start through your Adhesive. Okay, Adhesive does the curriculum side of the class, and when you log in with your Google authentication. And I'm not sure I should show my email on screen. What do you do, Jacob? You show yours on screen? No. You should? Yeah. So then they'll email me? People to email me.
They can get you sponsorships, my guy.
Oh, sponsorships. Okay. All right. So I'm going to go to my course, and I have 3 courses in Adhesive, and from Adhesive you get into AWS Educate, which is that free starter account that you get when you sign up for AWS Educate. All right. So the trick here is that AWS Educate account is a very slim permissioned account. So it'll get you through some of the Adhesive projects, but it won't let you do some of the cool, neat projects outside of it, which is why we set up another classroom called Alexa 101. So if you're a student, you should have a classroom link somewhere up in here. And this is my AWS Ambassador account. I get my classrooms through here. So if you're an ambassador or a teacher, this is where you actually make your classroom. All right, and I showed you how to do that in part 1, and now I want to go to that classroom, and here is the classroom. As you can see, I have 60 students invited, only 17 joined, so you got to continually push the kids to get their email in, but then check their email and enroll in the class. When they enroll in the class, you will see that you come to a landing page that looks very similar to their AWS starter account. All right, it looks like this. Actually, this is what the teacher does, and then if you have multiple classes like I do, you come over here and you click on Alexa Skill 101. All right, now this landing page is very similar to what the students usually have. It's a Vocarium account where you get $50 more, and then you have to go to the AWS Console. So I'll click on that. And now this looks very familiar. This is our AWS Console. If it starts like that, just put the arrow down and you'll see all the services. And as of yesterday, we worked with S3. So if you go into the S3 account, you'll see that I've created buckets for this particular class. This is my bucket. And if I click on it, you'll see that I made a MP3 through AWS Poly, and we're not going to redo that. Again, you can see how we did that in video 1. But what we do want to do is we want to check the MP3, and in the MP3, we want to make sure to put this link on our clipboard. Okay, so I'll go Control click and hit Copy Link. All right. And then now we're going to go to our AWS account. Now it's important to kind of clean up your tabs because you end up, especially with AWS Educate and Adhesive, you end up getting a lot of tabs open. So I'm going to close all my tabs except for my S3, and then I'm going to add a new tab, and I'm going to go to developer.amazon.com. Okay. All right. Now this is what you should have made yesterday at the end of yesterday's video. And you, first of all, you have to sign in. And again, I still don't know if it's still good to show my password there or not. I don't think it is. Show my email. How many emails am I gonna get now? It's ridiculous. Okay, I'd rather get subs than emails, right? Oh, if you give your email, you get subs. Okay, all right. These kids they're all the experts. All right, so here I'm in Alexa developer, and someday I'll be like them. Anyway, so at the upper right-hand corner, you have these 3 dots. We call those 3 dots the olives. So look for the 3 olives. Do you ever hear that? Anybody? All right, so click on the olives and then go to your developer console. And in the developer console, you're gonna see I've been working on some other skills, but we're gonna do this from very beginning. I might point out to here, it says make money with your Alexa skill. Okay, always have a hook. This, if you get good at making Alexa skills, you can make money on it. And so what we're trying to do it for is we're gonna actually make Alexa skills and then display them at a back to school night. So make them great. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and create a skill here. And it has a lot of templates to start, but first thing you want you to do is enter the name. So we're gonna go ahead and make this, let's say this is my Gen Tech class. So I'm gonna say Gen Tech Fact. So I'm making some facts about Gen Tech. All right, and we're gonna go ahead and make it custom. And we're gonna use, there's 2 choices here. We could make this a Alexa hosted Node.js. I kind of like Node.js. I like that better than Python, but this current class actually codes in Python, so we're gonna make this a Python skill. Okay, so that'll make templates, and when I hit create skill, it's actually gonna build these templates into a IDE that's within Alexa, and that's called Lambda. Yeah, Lambda AWS, or AWS Lambda is now part of the Alexa console. When we first started this process, the tutorial or the Ryan Kroonenberg from Cloud Guru had us starting AWS Lambda, and that permission thing wasn't working. But when you work within Alexa, the Lambda permissions work just fine. So that was the tip that you needed to get by that one section. But anyway, here's a fact skill we're going to create, but you can create a game, a high-low game, a sauce boss. I don't know what a sauce boss is, but we're just going to make a fact skill. I'm going to choose that. All right. And it'll take just a little bit. Again, it's writing all those files in Lambda and getting all the templates and all the imports ready for you. And you're going to be set once it creates it for you. So remember what we're trying to do. We're trying to use other people's code, just trying to modify other people's code here to make something creative. And that's great. I mean, we could sit and make our own code, but remember, Alexa is AI, and AI takes a long time to figure out. So you could be several years trying to figure out AI code before you can even get your first Alexa skill up. So we're borrowing other people's code, which is awesome. It's like, don't recreate the wheel. And it's awesome. So here it comes. And this is the landing screen. All right. And this works. The only thing I want to do is maybe change the invocation name. And it actually says, change me. Okay. Too bad Paul wasn't around. I would talk to him right now, but he's not around. So, all right. So I'm going to now change this to Gen. You can put anything you want, but I'm going to say Gen Tech Fact. Okay, so that's what I'll ask. Alexa, tell me a Gen Tech fact. Okay, something like that. All right. And when you get done changing the invocation, anytime you get done changing anything, you got to save the model, and then you got to build the model. Okay, so I'll hit both those 2. And that will quickly get done. And you'll see now this is a working Alexa skill. All right, so let that go. And when we get done, we're now going to test it. All right, so I will click on test. Even though it's not done over here, it's kind of telling you it's done and it's built. And it'll still roll these small circles, but I know I could go into my test and test it now. And so I'm going to go into, this is the Alexa Testing Center. I'm going to go to development here in the upper left-hand corner. And if I type in Gen Tech Fact, it should bring me my first fact. It should be something about a planet or whatnot. Okay, there it is, and it just did it. All right, it says, here's your fact. A year on Mercury is just 88 days long. Now, for me, if I want to change other people's code, I got to figure out where that fact came from and that will lead me right to the code I need to change. All right, so here's the difference with Alexa, the Alexa Skill Kit now. They have this button up here that's called Code. All right, and if you look at it, it is a Lambda. Okay, this is AWS Lambda built right into Alexa. Isn't that great? All right, so I don't have to worry about permissions. It's built right into it. And if I click on this file called language strings, you'll see something about what did our thing say? It said something about Mars. Okay. I don't remember the skill fact it actually said, but I think it was about Mercury. So a year of Mercury is just 88 days long. All right. So this is obviously where that fact came from. So in fact, why don't I just go ahead and change this last fact to just my name. And we'll test this out to see if this is really where it's coming from. All right, and I'm going to go ahead and click and delete this. Okay, that looks good. And I'm going to go ahead and do the same thing. I'm going to go ahead and save it. Actually, I haven't done this yet, so I'm going to save it and deploy the code. Now, what's so great about this is that you don't have to go and rebuild the Alexa app if you change the code. Okay, so it's decoupled away from that. So now if I go to test, and I'll do the same thing. This time I'm going to unplug my computer from my studio so you could hear it. All right, so I'm going to go Gen Tech Fact, and I'm going to hit return, and it should say my name.
Here's your fact, Rob Fitzgerald.
There it is. Okay, so we're on to something now, but this is not what we wanted to do. Remember, we wanted to make an MP3 about some kind of fact and then have it play that MP3 that we got from Polly. So we got to go back to the code and we got to bring in that MP3. Now remember, I copied that to my clipboard. All right, so if I actually just cover my name and go paste, there it is. Okay, so there's my MP3, but that's not how Python reads audio files. You actually have to make a HTML link or an HTML tag. All right, so the tag looks something like this. I'm going to go quote. I'm going to go audio src equals. Okay, and I feel like it's something like this. I don't always remember these codes for Python, but something like this. And then I'm going to go backslash quote / quote. Okay. And so if I get no errors and it stays the same color, I know I got it right. I think I got it right. So I'm going to save and deploy it. Okay, looks good. And so now let's go back and test and see if we have that fact. Now, I don't remember what I made that fact about. I think I made it about AWS S3 buckets, but I'm not sure. So I'm going to go back to test. And now I'm going to go Gen Tech Fact and hit return. And I'll take it off of here so you can hear it.
Amazon Simple Storage Service, Amazon S3, is an object storage service that offers industry-leading scalability, data availability, security, and performance. This means customers of all sizes and industries can use it to store and protect any amount of data for a range of use cases, such as websites, mobile applications.
All right, so there it is. So now I have the MP3 coming in from Polly. And if you want to know, this is the JSON file that gets kicked out. This is what comes into Alexa. And then this right here is what gets kicked out of Alexa, okay? And so you can see the MP3 there, so that's the JSON file. And there's neat advanced features you can do. You can edit the JSON file right off the bat by manually going over here and edit that file, okay? So you can make it different. You could also do some changes to the voice and the tone and stuff like that. I don't know how to do those yet. I'll probably have to make a later video to add to those things. But that's pretty much how you do your Alexa voice. And so now it's up to you to go be creative and figure out what type of Alexa skill you're going to create. Okay. Still would like to try to get together, do some meetups on the AWS services. And if you could help me with any of the stuff, add some add some notes below and comments below, and subscribe if you can. All right. Thanks for listening.